What's up, everybody? My name is Jeremy Jones and I am back with another video. Today I'm talking my weekly sneaker rotation, so stay tuned.
Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, about to start a new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still supporting.
Alright, man, I'm back with another video, man. Now, before I get too deep into this video, y'all already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, I am back with another weekly sneaker rotation. Now, this should be week 80 to the best of my knowledge, and if I'm wrong, feel free to correct the kid down in the comment section. Now, you already know I started this series off at the beginning of 2023, and here we are. Pretty much, we're rolling into the next year, man, so we're going to keep the party started. Y'all asked me to keep just counting forward, so that's what I'm trying to do. Now, if you want to get a sneak peek of what I'm wearing throughout the week, sign up for that sold out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the chat, and it is free to sign up. We talk obviously sneakers over there, but a little bit of music and obviously sports. We got a fitness section, a sports section, so we got a little bit of everything on there, and I like the growth that it has been going. So pretty much, enough rambling. Let's just go ahead and get right into this weekly sneaker rotation. Now, y'all know I end things off on a Friday, then pick right back up on a Saturday, right? Okay, so we're just gonna start right off on Saturday. Now, this shoe that I actually wore is a shoe that I haven't been long purchased and haven't been long came out. Now, a lot of people either, this shoe I feel like you either love or hate it, and we're talking right now, and I'm just gonna dive right into it. The Air Jordan 1 Low, Travis Scott, and these are the canary joints or the Elkins joints, or Elkins, right? Where he went to school or high school, right? Okay, but I think mostly if you just type in Air Jordan 1 Low, Canary, Travis Scott, and you'll find these. Now, obviously that straight obvious like backwards Nike check on this joint, overly sized on these, probably stands out. Of course, the yellowing on this joint. Now, I've seen some people say where if the yellow was just slightly bit darker, they would have went for them. Now, for me personally, I was a sucker for these right when I seen these come up. And if you know anything about me, or if you've been watching this channel for quite some time, I'm a major sucker for the color yellow. I don't know what it is, but it just does something to me. It just kind of stands out, even though these technically do look like a banana paws, right? Okay, but I will say, surprisingly, these joints were actually super comfortable, and I had these on pretty much all freaking day, so it didn't really even take long to break in, which really didn't even require any breaking in, to be honest. Now, I did like the mismatch laces on these guys, but overall, I will say this is a shoe that I can say that you either love it or you absolutely positively hate it. I mean, maybe there's some people in the middle, but I feel like this is probably the lowest price resale wise that you'll find for a Travis Scott sneaker, and they're probably gonna go up over time, but I'm no professional reseller, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. But anyway, this was my Saturday shoe, was the Air Jordan 1 Low, Travis Scott Canary. Cool, now we're gonna move right along onto Sunday. Pretty much, I've stressed this time and time again, Sunday is like my reset button, right? Okay, now do I have stuff to do on Sunday? Most definitely, but it's also family time for me. I pretty much have a certain time where if I don't complete it, it's just gotta wait till the next day. I cut everything off and just call it a day, right? Okay, so pretty much y'all know that means I was pretty much in the crib all freaking day. I don't even think I left the house. So Sunday, I was in none other than my YEEZY Slide Pure, right? Okay, these are my old faithfuls. I say that time and time again. As much as I beat these shoes up, they're still hanging on literally by a thread. I don't know if the video is gonna pick this up, but literally I can see the rubber just slowly wearing off on these guys. But right now, these are my like by the door sneakers, take out the trash sneakers, or just literally if I'm just going to like a quick errand like 7-Eleven real quick, these are my grab and goes, man. Now, I do own other YEEZY slides, so don't think that I'm not like trying to skip out on these, but I think it just takes a little bit of time to wear these guys down, and that's a good thing, man, for the price that you get for these. Even though I pay resale for this pair, but if you can get a pair for retail, I would say it's definitely freaking worth it. The toe box is wider in this version compared to the rest of the versions that I had, but I'm still not mad at that. So pretty much this was my Sunday shoe, was a YEEZY Slide Pure. Very curious if you guys do have some. Let me know what you think about it on the comfortability side of things. But this was my Sunday shoe. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully I said that correctly. But this was my Sunday shoe. Was a YEEZY Slide Pure. Cool, now we're gonna move right along on to Monday. Now y'all know I work a full-time job, so right back at the work, and I wanted to grab a shoe that arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection that I obviously just don't really wear enough, but I could say that about my entire collection because as you guys grow your collection, you'll see what I mean, where you could easily feel like you don't wear your sneakers enough whenever really you're wearing them as much realistically as you possibly can. But anyway, Monday, right back at the work, and I stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 12 Flu Games. Now, arguably we know why these are called the Flu Games, even though at the time when they were reporting it out there, when he was wearing these, Michael Jordan himself was sick and they thought he had the flu and they just kind of went with it, but I think it was actually food poisoning that we found out later on. But either way, we call these the Flu Games and we're just gonna stick to it. Now, I could easily say if he wasn't sick that game, we could probably be calling these like the Bread 12s. Let's just keep it 100. But, you know, either way, I'm a major sucker for black and red, arguably one of my favorite color combinations. I love the color red and I love the color black. I love the color white. In fact, I don't think there's a color, if you do it just right, that I probably wouldn't like, right? And I'm gonna just leave it at that. But this was my Monday shoe, was an Air Jordan 12, and these are the Flu Games, super duper comfortable, and yeah, definitely broken in, and I could probably wear these probably every day if I really could, but it is what it is. Definitely giving me childhood memories as well. But anyway, this was my Monday shoe. Cool, now we're gonna move right along on to Tuesday. Another shoe that I recently just added in the collection. I wanted to go with comfort, and this is a shoe that I slept on for years. Granted, people had always told me how comfortable they were, and I was like, you know what? Finally, I decided to give him a chance. I want to say either like last year or year before last, but either way, pretty much on Tuesday, right back at the work, and I stepped in none other than the Off-White Presto. Now, this is the white colorway. Now, I recently picked these joints up, and I don't know if the camera's going to do this any justice, but they're yellowing very, very bad. But to be honest, with that Off-White theme, it actually makes it look like it was supposed to be this way on purpose. So I'm not mad at these at all. Super duper comfortable shoe. It's a shoe that I literally perceive myself wearing all day without wanting to kick them off whenever I come home. And let me backtrack that. When I come home, I definitely want to get super duper comfortable. But if I gotta be out all day and I gotta pick like a good walking shoe where I gotta be out and about, a Presto is a definitely good shoe. Another thing I want to say, RIP to Virgil, which every time I touch an Off-White, especially in my collection or when I talk about it, I definitely want to say RIP to Virgil. He definitely did his thing with the collabs over there at Nike. And safe to say, we've seen the differences of not having him there. So condolences to his family as well. But this was my Tuesday shoe, was the Off-White Presto. Cool, now we're gonna move right along on to Wednesday. The kid right back at the work. Like I said, man, I ain't taking no days off, man. All I know is grind. So on Wednesday, right back at the work, and I stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 4, and this is the military blue 4s. A lot of people either loved this shoe or hated it when it came out. Nike check on the back of these, of course, but a lot of people was looking at the last drop and trying to compare it, and yeah, they kind of took it back to the OG days, and I'm not mad at it. I feel like they did a good job, and I feel like they did it just right. Now, is red my favorite color? Yes. Is white my favorite color? Like, it has a little bit of everything, and it's not extremely overly white, but it's not like that overly eggshell age, and it's got that like slightly hint of gray. But I mean, I will say this, I could arguably say the 4s silhouette. I'm not gonna say this colorway, but the silhouette, everybody gravitates to the 4s, man. They actually do their thing, and once I saw they put the Nike check on the back of the joint, I was instantly sold. Y'all saw me, I did a mall vlog on these and everything. So yeah, I just lace them up loosey-goosey and rock them out, man. So pretty much this was my Wednesday shoe, was a military blue 4s. Cool, now we're gonna move right along on to Thursday. Right back at the work. Like I said, I ain't gonna stress that I don't work a full-time job, because I definitely do. But anyway, right back at the work, and I stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 3, and these are the true blues. You can tell I've had these guys a while, and actually, if I check the production date on these are from 2016, or yeah, they definitely dropped around 2016, if I'm not mistaken. While the production date say like August 2016, but I'm almost positive these were dropped in like December of 2016. And I never forget, like a few people and I waited in a line outside of the store. They were first come, first serve, and it was only like 3 or 4 of us, so the demand on these were not really there. But honestly, again, when it got that Nike check on the back, I pay attention. I don't know what it is, maybe it's just me. And again, that inside red also, and obviously on the outside of Jumpman, It don't look like it should go, but it definitely goes. And threes, I could say I'm very, very selective with my Air Jordan 3s. Now, these took a minute to break in, but they're not that bad actually wearing them now to work. But definitely a shoe that, I don't know, it just does something for me, man. I'm a major sucker for threes, but I'm very selective at the same time. In fact, you guys probably noticed that in the channel now. I don't just pick up every single sneaker like I used to back in the day. But this was my Thursday shoe, was the Air Jordan 3, and these are the true blues. Cool, now we're gonna move right along on to Friday. Ironically, the weather, it called for rain, man, so I like to kind of prepare ahead of time. And y'all know, whenever I try to prepare for rain, I choose none other than a patent leather shoe, because it's a shoe that I'm really not afraid to get wet, and I feel like it can, you know, sustain the weather. So pretty much, Friday, the kid stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 11, and these are the cool grays. Now, I'm pretty sure this is my older pair, not the most recent pair. This is the one, yeah, 2010. So yeah, these, I've had these for quite some time, as you can see. So 2010 was the last time these guys dropped. And to be honest, they do what any other 11 do, but I feel like they're holding up. And I will say this, one thing about this shoe, with it being like pretty much a cool gray, it's very versatile. I'm convinced I can wear this with almost like any fit to get off, right? Okay, there is some exceptions to the rule, so you guys can sound off in the comment section, but for the most part, what's in my closet, I can make this work. This is a shoe I could arguably wear probably around the clock as well. Is it the most comfortable? Probably not, but in this 11, and I feel like 11s is that universal shoe where even for the people who's not really major sneakerheads, they know this shoe, and not necessarily specifically this colorway, but just the 11s in general. But anyway, this was my Friday shoe, was a cool gray Air Jordan 11s. Cool, now that completes my weekly sneaker rotation for this week, man. Week 80, man, y'all sign off in the comment section and let me know what you wore throughout the week as well. Other than that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of this thing and stop rambling, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.
I figure out we go, you figure out we